Welcome to another episode of this Nickel Hunt and Album Fill series. This is episode number 15, and we're doing a 2-box hunt, boxes number 20 and 21 for the series. Hopefully this time, we find some nickels for this album. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and I'm going to cut this short. If you have not watched the previous 14 episodes and don't know what's going on, I'll have a link to the playlist for this series both down below and up here. If you're caught up, you'll know that we've already found 128 out of the 138 nickels in this album, and we didn't find any on the last 2-box hunt, although it did produce a couple of nice older Buffalo nickels. That being said, I've picked up 2 boxes, and each of them have been checked for circulation, and they are circulated nickels. I can see this one through the holes in the bottom, so it's an unopened box, and this one I popped the top just to double check, and I did see circulated nickels. We're gonna get right into it. As always, I'll loop you guys in if and when we make a find. We'll see you on our first find. Our first find of the box comes in roll number 3, and it's kind of a pink-toned 1948 Philly. Kind of a cool toner, but we don't need a 48 Philly, but it's still our first find. Roll number 10 is going to be a little bit of a different find here. We've got a space there, and I'm assuming it's going to be a dime, and if it is, I just made 5 cents. And it is 2013 Philly. Up 5 cents for the hunt. Roll 16 of this first box. It's a slow box, only 2 58s and that 1948. But we've got a second 40s nickel, and this one's a 1947 Denver. We're on roll 31, and the third coin in is a 1955. We just need the Philly, but that's a Denver. Roll number 33. And we have another 1940s nickel. This one's a 1940 Denver, oldest of the box. Very next roll, roll 34, and we have a new oldest of the box because staring straight at us is a 1938. Now we've got a 38P, an ugly 38D, but we don't have a 38S. And the 38D and S are key dates. So we'll take any mint mark on it, but preferably an S. No mint mark, just a 38P, but it might be an upgrader to the album. We'll have to check. First year Jefferson nickel found, not a key date, but a good find. Roll 37, and we found another 1947. This one minted in Philadelphia. Let's just double check it. Yeah, Philadelphia. Well, the first nickel box has been hunted, and it was a slow box. 9 from the 50s. 4 from the 40s, 1 from the 30s. We did score 109P. We got a dime in that box. And we got a handful of beauties up top that maybe will upgrade a nickel in the album, and we'll check that at the end. I don't recall any of these nickels that we found usable as far as filling a spot. So we're going to clear this box away, get box 21 up here, and hope we get a nickel for that album. All right, box number 2, we get to open it live because I could see from the holes in the bottom, we had circulated nickels. Didn't see any enders on the bottom. Let's see if we spy any enders on the top. Here we go. No Buffaloes or silver enders or V-nickels, you name it. I don't see anything fancy schmancy, but we got to check inside the rolls. Let me get this unstarted. We'll bring in on our first find, and hopefully we'll find something. We're already on roll 16 of this second box, and we have not found anything in the 40s, but we found a few in the 50s. Bring in, though, because we've got another 1955. It's pretty beat up, so it's probably not a Philly mint, but let's pray. And it's not. 1955, Denver. Roll 25, and we have a 40s Jefferson nickel here. 1940, Philadelphia. Same roll, another 1940 Jefferson, also from Philadelphia. Roll 28, the box is starting to heat up a little bit. We've got another 40s Jefferson, a 1941, minted in Denver. Roll 36, we've got another 40s Jefferson. Again, a 1940 and Philadelphia. Roll 48 of box 2 of the hunt or box 21 of the series. And we have a 1942 here. It kind of looks silver, but I don't think it is. And if it's not, we do need a 42D 13.9 million minted. Will it have a mint mark? And it does. 42D. No silver, of course. No mint mark above the Monticello. But let's just take a look at that D to make sure it's not a D over horizontal D. And it is not the RPM or over mint mark, but it is definitely one we needed for the album. We finally got one. Holy cow. Roll 48, second box, 42D, 13.9 million minted. That'll fill a spot. Let's finish the hunt and see if we can get one more find before it's done. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this 2-box hunt. We had a pretty good amount of finds overall, but lighter boxes than normal, and it's definitely getting harder to find missing nickels for that album, since most of them are key dates or semi-key dates or close to semi-key dates. We did get 19 in the 50s, 9 in the 40s, and 1 in the 30s. You saw the 09P and the dime that we got, and then we got quite an assortment of nicer nickels that I can check against the album to see if any of those upgrade. I'm hoping a couple do. Let me go ahead and plug in any upgrades and any additions. I know we have that 42D that we can add to the album, but I don't think we had anything else, but maybe we have some upgrades. Let me do that, and I'll bring you back with a look at the album. Well, it looks like the magic number is 7 upgrades and an addition. So let me go ahead and walk you through what we are upgrading today. We're going to upgrade that 1986D. The reverse is better. The obverse is definitely nice on both, but I do think it's an upgrade. We're also going to upgrade a 71D. Again, we had a nice one in the album, but that one is slightly better. Our third upgrade is going to be a 1961D, clearly better. Fourth upgrade, a 59D. Both are stunners, but the new one definitely has a better reverse, so I'll add it. Upgrade number 5 is going to be a 1958P. Again, we had a nice one, but the new one does outdo it. The 1940Ds, they're both not that great, but the one I'm going to upgrade has slightly more hair detail, as you can see. It doesn't look a lot nicer than the album, but it is a nicer nickel overall, and I am going to upgrade it. And then the 38P definitely is an upgrade. The one in the album's got some damage and almost no hair detail, and that one, while it's not a stunner, it definitely has a little more detail. And then, of course, we are going to add a 42D that we didn't have. So now we'll have 129 out of the 138 nickels for the album completed. Only 9 left after 21 boxes. Let me get them plugged in. We'll get a final look and some final thoughts. Well, here you have it. The book has been updated, upgraded, if you will. And again, I'm very pleased with the amount of nice nickels in here. We still have some that aren't that great, but we still have boxes to hunt and we still have spots to fill. At the end of the day, though, 9 more spots are only left after 21 boxes. And like I've said a few times in this video and other videos in this series, we're getting down to the tough ones. We have not scored silver in the last 4 boxes, so it's hard to fill any of the silver spots if we're not going to find them. And I still can't get that 55P or that 46S. Those are the last 2 of the easier to fill ones, other than maybe finding some silver. And then it's all key dates from there. Hopefully, despite maybe the lack of finds, you're still finding this series fun. We're inching our way closer, and at worst cases, we're upgrading the album. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching.